Let's talk about the F the club up remix now. Don't eat me up in the comments. Don't eat me up in the comments, y'all.
Look, let's be clear, I ain't never took a loss. Every time I go shopping, I ain't gotta check the cost. Still independent, still my own boss. Still got bad bitches coming up they draws. Keep the beat up like a motherfucking Frito. Lucci flaming hot like a motherfucking Cheeto. This is not an act, I am not Don Cheeto. Slut a nigga out, treat him like a free code. Yeah, you heard right, I'm a whole ass gangster. Made him eat my butt, I ain't even say thank you.
What's up, Lucci gang? It's your girl Lucci V, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video, and I'm so excited because I have not filmed a tea with Lucci V in a minute, and I'm ready to be messy. So what's up? It's like, nah. But I mean, for real though, I'm ready to get into the tea. So if you would like to see what tea I'm gonna get into today, then stay tuned to this video right here. But first, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, ding, ding, ding. Yeah, and let's get it. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited to be filming a tea with Lucci V. Like, y'all know I took a little break. I've been focusing my channel on reviewing shows, but people been in my DMs on Instagram like, where's tea with Lucci V? People been in my comments on here like, where's tea with Lucci V? And y'all better be lucky I love y'all, because y'all know the boxing matches tonight. And so everybody outside having little parties, boxing match parties, but I stayed in the house to film for y'all on my Saturday night. Yeah, because I love y'all like that, okay? But anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and hop into the tea. The first thing I'm gonna do, I've done this on a few episodes of Tea with Lucci V, not a lot, but I want to make this a thing and continue it. So I'm gonna review some new music, and of course, if you don't live under a rock, you should already know the new song I'm going to review today, and it is F the Club Up, F the Club Up, the remix. Okay, Nicki Minaj put Travis Scott, Chris Brown, and Sexy Red on there. Okay, now I cannot play the song because I don't want to get copyright infringement, and also plus y'all know the song, so y'all know what the beat sound like. Let me just get into it now. Let's talk about the F the Club Up, F the Club Up remix now. Don't eat me up in the comments. Don't eat me up in the comments, y'all. But I don't love it. Now the original one with only Nicki Minaj, high heels on my tippy. Okay, that get me in my bag. That gets me in my bag. I be putting high heels on for no reason on that part, baby. I be in the house cleaning up. Hold on, BRB. Put my high heels on my tippy. Now, the remix, it just was not doing it for me, and I kind of already knew that it was not going to do it for me when I saw like that it was Travis Scott, Chris Brown, and Sexy Red. I just felt like they did not really mesh well together. The track was sounding just like, I don't know, it wasn't meshing together for me, for my personal preference. You know, if you like it, that's perfectly fine, but y'all are watching my channel to get my opinion. Okay, yeah, so if you only want to watch channels that you agree with, you should just make your own channel and watch yourself talk all day, okay? But anyways, yeah, y'all, I don't love it. The original one, I'm going to keep that in my rotation. I did see right before I started filming this video, I had opened Instagram for a second to make sure I wasn't missing any hot topics. And guess what? F the Club Up has went platinum. Go ahead, Nicki. Okay, period. But yeah, y'all, the remix is not for me personally. Now, I did like Chris Brown verse on there. I wish maybe it was on like a different song or something. Like, I don't know. Maybe only Nicki and Chris Brown could have been on there, because I really could have did without Travis Scott part, and I definitely could have did without Sexy Red part. No shade to her, because y'all know I live for me some Sexy Red. Get it sexy. Get it sexy. But sometimes I feel like her voice is a little harsh on certain beats, and I feel like that was one of them. Okay, so now let's get into some tea for real. Okay, so we have JT versus Glorilla and JT versus Carisha. Now let's start with the JT versus Glorilla, okay? Because I really feel like the JT versus Carisha thing is just like some friend stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll get into that. But first, let's talk about JT versus Glorilla. Now, if you guys don't know, if you don't remember, back, I believe it was the VMAs? Whatever, I forgot what award show it was. Maybe it was the BET Awards. I don't remember. It was an award show, and I remember that the dude, Armand Wiggins, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he kind of does like what I'm doing right now, like a tea thing or whatever. and he was reporting about how Glorilla had to kind of put the pause on JT. And that was like a big thing that everybody was running with, like, oh snap, like Glorilla JT. Then Armand was saying that someone told him that she had boom bopped her with her purse. Okay, so no one ever really came out, like JT didn't come out and address it. Glorilla did not address it, but she did put in her song, like, rap and making bail, you know what I'm saying? She kind of insinuated that it did happen. So everybody was kind of just like, yes, we got confirmation. We know that she, you know what I'm saying, my girl JT, blah, blah. Now, Glorilla just released a project, and on one of the songs, she was saying, like, me and JT not be, even though we're not the best of friends, we're not beefing, and that's when JT kind of made a comment. I believe it was like on Instagram or something, and someone was like, basically telling her to address the fact, did Glorilla put her hands on her? And JT was like, no, that never happened. I've been said it never happened. I don't know why that girl, basically JT was trying to say that Glorilla was like using it to get some attention to her project, and I really feel like if it was no problem or no issue, I probably would have ignored what JT said, even though, the way that JT talks and types, it does come off as kind of snappy, but I really think that that's just her personality and that's not how she is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing with like Megan. You guys know Megan James from my season of Bad Girls Club. Like, a lot of people are always like, she's mean and she have an attitude and she's snappy, but it's like, no, that's literally like just how she talks and her personality, even if she's not having an attitude with you. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, so I know that some people, that's just how they talk. And I think that JT is one of those people. But Glorilla was basically like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it ain't no problem. And blah, blah, like, Glorilla took it left and she deleted the tweets, but then people screenshot. Like, first of all, I don't even see why celebrities try to delete tweets. Like, millisecond. All it needs to be up is a millisecond, baby. And there's 347 screenshots. Don't worry about it, Bookie. We saw it. There's no point in deleting it. Like, we saw everything, sister. Okay. So they have a back and forth. They're going on like, I ain't gonna lie. It reminded me back in the good old days on Twitter. Y'all remember when like Sierra and Rihanna was getting into it, and then Tiana Taylor, like, Twitter used to be popping back then when the arguments was happening. So it was kind of giving me like, oh, nostalgia for the tea, but they did a back and forth for a while, and it's crazy how karma works, because Glorilla was kind of like making fun of JT being an inmate, and then we see this week that Glorilla was arrested for a DUI. Okay, now, how do I feel about this situation? Who do I feel like was in the right or the wrong? I just feel like if you wasn't going to address it, I feel like if JT was going to not address it, she should have just left it alone and not waited until the day of her album to do it. Because if you felt like she was using you for that, then you just gave her what she wanted. You know what I'm saying? The free promo. And I understand both sides of it. I could feel how JT would feel like, okay, I'm fed up. Like, you got this whole narrative going, like, you just did something to me. I'm fed up. I want to say something. And then I also do feel where Glorilla is coming from. It's like, girl, I said it's no issue with you. So why you wait until now when I say it's no beef to be trying to pipe up? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I get where both of them are coming from, but I really just feel like it's pointless, because they said it stemmed from, I guess, Glorilla tried to speak to JT, and JT was kind of like, brushed her off. So Glorilla, tapped her with the purse or whatever. I just feel like, if she tried to not acknowledge you and she tried to play you or whatever, oh well, like, girl, oh well. I just feel like it's not really that serious to be having a whole beef over. Now, if you bought me with your purse, it is up every time I see you, because I got to get my bot back. And I'm going to bring my biggest bag that day. My biggest bag, sister. Okay? Don't play with it. Okay? But I just feel like with JT and Glorilla, I just feel like, for what? Y'all did all this back and forth, like, all this animosity. Like, let's set up celebrity boxing or something. Like, go ahead and get it out the way. But I really don't feel like it's that big of an issue between them. Then we have JT versus Carisha. Now, I really feel like there's people on both ends getting into their head. You know what I'm saying? Because Carisha felt like some of the stuff in JT's songs are about her and like sneak disses, and you know, JT feel like, oh yeah, you've been feeling this type of way. You know, I don't know. For a long time, I've always felt like some kind of animosity between the city girls, like for a long time. I remember there was this old interview and it was Carisha and JT, and like JT was like so vibrant, but Carisha like fake had an attitude, and the interviewer was asking them, I think it was the DJ Smiles interview, and he was like asking like about how they celebrated like their first hit or whatever, and Carisha was like, yeah, I went out with my friends and I was, you know what I'm saying, like it was just a really weird energy between them. So I've been felt the animosity, but I saw today that Carisha showed love to JT's new song or whatever. I just feel like with them, since they're both doing their solo thing now, and they both kind of have like allegiance to two different female rappers that don't really get along, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's way easier for the fans to nitpick and put things in the air and all of that. And like, I really just feel like the thing with JT and Carisha is that, you know, it's fueled by fans and people in their ear, even if not fans, friends, associates. You know, I'm pretty sure people be like, I mean, because I'm not gonna lie, when I heard Sideways, it did kind of give me like she was talking about Carisha. No shade. It did kind of give me that. But when it comes to raps and verses, like I'm not one of those people that be like, oh yeah, she's definitely talking about her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I see some people dissect certain bars and they be like, oh, Cardi is talking about so-and-so on this particular part. Like, how do you know? How do you know? You don't know. You're just assuming. Like, so just stop it. So all in all, I feel like JT versus Carisha, JT versus Glorilla, unnecessary. Like, if JT and Carisha can't get along and they both kind of feel like there's some sneak dissing going on, just like don't be cool no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the last City Girls album, let's be for real, it was not all that. It got zero spins up out of me, no lie. Like I listened to the little snippets, and that was enough for me to know that was not my forte. That was not my kind of album. So yeah, just stick to doing y'all solo stuff. You know, I know a lot of people say they don't like Carisha's Young Miami solo music, but I had liked that 50/50 song. Now her new song, You Can't With Me, I go live right now without the filter, all that. Yeah, I'm cool on that one. But the 50/50 song I did like. The song when she was rapping about, you know, messing with all the rappers, I forgot the name of that one. I had liked that one. Now JT, she's taking it, of course, out of the two. She's eating, okay? I'm trying not to talk too much on these topics because I know why I get to going. Y'all know y'all my only friends, baby, okay? So, man, RIP. Let's get into it. OJ Simpson, y'all. OJ Simpson has passed away. OJ. And you know what? The reason why I want to talk about this right now is because a lot of you guys were very young or not even born when this OJ trial and this big OJ scandal was happening. Myself, I was too young to understand what was really going on until I got older and I started watching documentaries and things like that. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you guys know my obsession with like true crime, unsolved mysteries, all that stuff. Like I really get involved and be thinking I'm a detective, baby, and I could just figure it out, okay? And with OJ, OJ, you did that. We know you did. Okay, before I get into it now, I have just noticed that a lot of people have been rewatching the OJ, was it Netflix series, OJ versus the People, and different documentaries. A lot of people have been starting to watch it or rewatch it and look into things. And someone on Twitter has said, like, I don't understand, like, with all this evidence, how was OJ not guilty? And something had happened around that time. Rodney King, if you guys are not familiar with that, look that up. The police brutally did some things to this man, Rodney King, and it was terrible. And I really just feel like it could have been any kind of evidence, and people, like, I feel like black people just wanted a win so bad, like that they really did not care about all the evidence for OJ. Because the glove, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit. Stop playing with me. Look at the way he had put them gloves on. And then I believe that when he tried the glove on, they let him put like a medical glove on first. and then put the glove on. I don't know. It was something crazy with the glove not fitting, but I say all this to say, like, I really wish that we would have got like some kind of closure for the family. Like, he still owed that family money. You know, the family of I think it was the Ron Goldman person. I'm not sure if it was him or Nicole's family, but he owed one of them some money. And he passed away before he paid them all their money. And also, he passed away before he can say, like, oh, yes, I actually did do it. Now, you guys remember he did do that interview. He wrote that book, If I Did It, where he was hypothetically speaking of is what he would have done if he did it. Like, you played in these people's face for too long, OJ. R.I.P. to you. R.I.P. to you, OJ. R.I.P. to you, the Juice Man. But you know you wrong, boy. You know, I'm sorry. And I know a lot of people say they feel like, oh, OJ's son did it and he covered for him. I feel like they both play a major role in it. I don't care. OJ, you're the father. You should know better. Fathers knows best. But you clearly didn't. Well, I mean, I guess he did since he knew how to get away with it. But oh my gosh. Like, but y'all play too much. Because I've been seeing y'all talk about somebody check on Khloe Kardashian because her daddy gone. Like, what's wrong with y'all? I mean, she do kind of look like him. No shade. Khloe Simpson. I don't know. Khloe Simpson. It could be. I might be. What Gucci Mane said. Was that Gucci Mane? That say I might be? I think it was. Yep. Okay. So, now let's get into NBA YoungBoy has been hit with a RICO, y'all. They say that this man has been calling pharmacies to get prescriptions and pretending to be a doctor. NBA YoungBoy. Dr. YoungBoy, if you will. What's your problem, G? What's your problem here, Dr. YoungBoy? Cause why would you be doing stuff like that? Like, do you like being in there? You have been painting them nails and all that extra stuff. So I don't know. Like, maybe you don't want to be home. Maybe you rather be locked up. They won't let you. I don't know. Like, why would you be doing stuff like this? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm never going to comprehend how people that constantly are in and out of prison, in and out of jail, they just constantly do stuff. And it's not like he's somebody out on the street. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's some people that's out on the street and they struggling and they feel like, okay, I gotta hustle. I gotta do this illegal stuff to be able to get me and my family by. But you are a whole rapper who has a cult fan base. So I know you making enough money to take care of all 38 kids you have with your music. Like, I know you can't do shows right now and all that, but I'm not understanding. Then it's like, he can't even talk for real. Like, no shade, but when I listen to him talk, I barely can understand what he's saying. So how are you getting on the phone and convincing somebody that you're a doctor? Whoever is on the other side of that phone needs to be investigated as well. Whoever answering that pharmacy phone, I need to have a conversation with you. Because how you, yeah, come on in, yeah, young boy. How you thought that was a doctor? How did you think that was a doctor? Stop playing with me. You ain't think that Dr. YoungBoy was real. You ain't think that. Ain't no way the pharmacy thought, hang right. I don't know. He be sounding like a lawnmower when he talked to me. So I don't know how I would have possibly thought a lawnmower was a doctor. I don't understand. Somebody got to explain it to me. Do he got like a little, a phone voice? Like, you know, like a work voice? Do he have a work voice or something? Because I never heard it. I need to hear. Did they record any of the phone calls when he was calling these pharmacies? Because I need to hear, baby. I need to hear. But you guys, this is really unfortunate. I do not like to see people locked away, all jokes aside, especially when he has all of these children. So I don't know what his fate is going to be, but usually when people get that RICO, unless you tell them like 6ix9ine, you're usually out of there for a long time, baby. Okay. So, okay. Now, the music industry is very messy right now. It's like Cat Williams kicked the year off with just, yeah, let's get it. Okay. And then it was like Nicki and Meg came with that, yeah, let's get it. And it has not stopped since. Okay, baby. So let's get into Quavo versus Christopher Brown. And I had to say his whole name because, baby, he is not coming to play. Okay, so Chris Brown released a deluxe version of his last album, and he had a song on there. I don't know if I could say the word on YouTube without them flagging my video. Y'all know I've been having to be very cautious lately. But he has a new song on there, and he made a reference to Quavo, okay? And I guess he was like referencing Quavo and how he used to, you know, mess with Lucci, all that. You know, he addressed Quavo, basically, okay? And said he don't F with Quavo, all this and that, blah, blah, okay? Quavo dropped a track. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I didn't listen to the whole thing by Quavo. It already wasn't giving me what it just already wasn't giving what I wanted it to give. No shade to Quavo, you know, because like I told y'all in my Migos video, when I did the video about how Offset kicked me off the tour bus, I told y'all Quavo was actually really, really nice, okay? But now yesterday, Christopher Brown released another one. And baby, he changing the narrative for light-skinned men. That's all I'm going to say. He changing the narrative for light-skinned men. Chris Brown. He ain't come to play with you, Quavo. Like, Quavo. You going to have to go back to the drawing boards. Turn that auto-tune off. Turn that auto-tune off. Get in the booth. Say it with your chest. That auto-tune that you try to come on there. No, that's not going to do it for Chris Brown. Because he ain't singing. He coming with them bars for real. He said that, Chris Brown said that when Takeoff passed away, that everybody really wished it was Quavo. And I was like, whew. I was clutching my pearls, baby, okay? This is like either Nas versus Jay-Z. Like, I did not think that Chris Brown would be having the hardest diss track out this year. That surprised me. That definitely surprised me, y'all. And I'm not gonna lie, I've always liked when Chris Brown raps. You know, people used to make fun of me because I was like, I feel like Chris Brown could rap because he came out, I remember a long time ago, he came out with like a Gangsta Grills mixtape and he was rapping on there on some of the songs. And I was like, oh, he low-key can rap. So I bet he can rap. And people used to be like, he's not a rapper. He know how to rap to me. Shoot. And he eating people up right now. So what's here? Okay. Now, we also have a 20v1. Everybody versus Drake. Okay? Who's... I might be missing some people, okay? But we have Rick Ross, Future, Metro Boomin, Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West. Am I missing somebody? I don't know. But all of those people versus Drake. Assembling a team of Avengers to go against Drake is crazy to me. Y'all called up Nick Fury and was like, Drake on the loose, we gotta get him. Like, what? Like, what? That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Now, Rick Ross, to me, he been handling the situation in a very goofy way. Like, the trolling that he's been doing, it's been very cringy to me. I'm not gonna lie. And I really do. I'm a fan of Rick Ross. But what he has been doing online has been looking so clowned out to me. I ain't gonna hold y'all. It's so unattractive, baby. Like, hold it down, please. Okay. Future and Metro, we know they are raw combo, but I just feel like no one, in my opinion, has really ate him up like that. Like, no one has really ate Drake up like that, in my opinion. I haven't listened to the full songs on all of them because some of them I just like. Then people been saying some of them AI. Drake did a song where he did like an AI voice of Tupac and Snoop. Like, it's a lot going on in these little rap battles. It's a lot going on. I wish that Smack or one of the rap battle leagues or just book them to do it 3 rounds and get it over with, because this is just too much. Now, Kanye is the newest person to jump on board on the 20 versus Drake train, and he released a snippet today. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I love you, Drizzy Drake, but that snippet that Kanye posted today, it sound like it's eating. He might be the first one to really eat you up, my brother. Chicago in this, okay, yeah. It take a real Chicago to come through and eat you up, yeah. Okay, yeah, I haven't heard the whole entire song. Well, they did have a leak of it on Twitter, but it wasn't the best quality. And I'm the type of person, like, I don't like watching bootleg movies because I don't like the low quality, and I don't like listening to leaks of songs that are not the highest quality. Like, I like to give a thorough watch, a thorough listen to the best of its capacity. Okay, so that clip that Kanye released today, though, I ain't gonna lie, that sound like it give me like back-to-back vibes. Like, you know how back-to-back was a diss record, but it still was something you could really bop to. Back-to-back. Like, hey, I think Kanye might got one of them on his hands. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Yeezy, baby, got one of those on his hands, okay? Now, I just feel like since they calling all the troops up, Drizzy, get Wayne on something. Get Nicki on something. What? Because, I feel like I think Nicki not really messing with Kanye right now, right? I don't know what her relationship is with Rick Ross and Metro Boomin and Kendrick Lamar, but they coming for Drizzy. What's up? Drizzy, you assemble your Avengers as well. But I really feel like it makes Drake look better that he's doing this all on his own, and it's taking all of y'all to hop on his, you know what I mean? All y'all to hop on the train to try to take this man out. Like, what? It's crazy. I feel like that's how I would be if it was me. I would stay solo and just keep eating y'all up. Drop a track every day on y'all. What's tea? It's nothing. What's tea? Oh, okay, yeah. But you guys, that is all the topics that I had on my list today. Hope this video was not too long, but it's been a minute since I did the Tibu Lucci V. And when I be making the Tibu Lucci V episodes 30 minutes, y'all be talking, it need to be longer. So hopefully this is long enough. Okay. I love you guys and thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Tibu Lucci V is back in full effect, baby. Okay. Yeah.